Today I'm gonna talk about Salesforce platform event triggered flow, and I will create a flow from scratch and I will demonstrate how that platform event triggered flow works in Salesforce. So in the last session of the platform event tutorials, I have talked about and created this customer world onboarding platform event, and we have created these custom fields under these platform events as well, like account name, contact first name, contact last name. And I have talked about like overview of the Salesforce platform event, what are the features, what is the architecture model, what are the core components involved, how we can subscribe, how we can publish this platform events. Those overview I have discussed. So if you have not watched that video, please check that out. I will be adding that tutorial link in this video description. So for today, I'll be going to discuss about this platform event triggered flow, and in the quick find, I'll simply search for flows, and let me just create a new flow. And in the search automations, we just simply search platform event triggered flow. And in the help text, we can see launches when a platform event message is received. This auto launch flow runs in background. So this is a type of auto launch flow. So whenever a event message got received, this flow triggered. So I'll just simply select this flow. And so let me just talk about a little bit on platform event triggered flow. So this is an auto launch flow that we just saw, and it launches when a specific platform message is received. Unlike the record triggered flow, so the record triggered flow fired when so whenever any DML operations performed, so any record got saved, updated, then only those record triggered flow got triggered. But unlike that, this platform event trigger flow fired only when a event message is received. So and flow respond to the events, and based on the event message received, we after triggering this flow we can do lot of operations and we can create so many records in Salesforce. So first of all, in this flow we have to just select our platform event. So our case, the platform event name is customer onboarding. So after selecting this platform event, we just need to click on this add element to like to find the create records element. And the use case will be like whenever this platform event got received, we want to create an account and we want to create another contact record that can be associated to the created account, right? So let me just provide the label as create an account. And in here I'll just choose this manually, how to set record field values. And in the object, choosing the account object, and for account name, let me just add the value as triggering platform event record dot account name. So after adding these key values, so we just need to add another create records element to create the contact record. Create contact. So in here we just need to select this manually, and in the object we just search for contact, and in the field values for last name, this will be the contact last name, and for first name we have to just mention the contact first name. And finally in the add fields we can just add another field like account ID to associate this contact to the respective account record. And for the value, field value, this will come from the get record, that create record element for account, right? Account from create an account dot ID. So this is how we can just create this platform event triggered flow. And let me just save this flow, demo platform event flow, and let me just click on save and activate the flow. Now our flow got activated. Now we need to do what? So we need to publish. So basically what we have done till now, we have like subscribed the platform event message. So whenever the platform event got received, then only these operations will be done, right? So now we have to publish our platform event. And so let me just show you one thing. So in the quick find, we have to search for platform events. And if I just click on this platform event, so in here we can see the subscription is there for the platform event, but it's not we did not received any platform event message, right? So let me just publish one message here. So in the developer console, we just have to write a simple code snippet here, and I'll just click on this open execute anonymous window. And in here we have to just so first of all we just need to instantiate our event object, right? So let me just write the comment instantiate the event object, and our platform event API name is this customer onboarding. So this is the event, new customer onboarding event, and in here we just have to provide this many field values. So account name, platform event account test, and we have to do for these remaining two fields as well, contact first name and contact last name. So our instantiate done for the event object. Now we have to call the publish method, right? So let me just add the comment call the publish method. So we just have to use the database.SaveResult. We can just use, let me just add database.SaveResult, save result, then event bus. So this is the class, and in here we can just add publish, and in here we just need to pass our event, right? So now we have to just check whether our event got published properly, published successfully or not. So that's why we just have to add one simple debug log. So we just need to check for success of the event publish. Let me just add the if. So is success we can just use. Then we just want to write the log system.debug successfully published event. So unless else, we just have to make sure all the error messages we just need to print. So that's why let me just use this for loop database dot error dot get error system dot debug. Get status code. We can use this get status code, and and let me just add a space in between plus error dot get message. So this is how we can just simply print all the error code in here. So this should be there should be the first bracket in here. So we are just good to go. And let me just click on this open log checkbox and let me just execute. So there are some issues, unexpected event. So, oh, there is a extra comma was there. Let me just execute again. Line number 24. Publish. What could be the issue? Line 2, unexpected token. Okay, there should be a semicolon here, right? Type equals name equals to value pair construction. Okay, this should not be in quotes. And finally, we are just good to go. Let me just method does not exist, get error, save result. What is the line number? Line 15. Oh, there should be get errors, right? Okay, let me just click on it. Execute, and we can just see our code got executed. And let me just click on this debug only. And we can see that our event got successfully published. We got this debug message here. And let me just go to the platform events once, and let me just click on refresh. And we also can see this in the subscription, we can see the flow name is showing here. And if I just go to the accounts and let me just refresh this account level, and we can see that this new account got created, right? This PE account test. So this is the course snippet. If I just show you, so this is the PE account test account got created in here. So let me just click on it, and we should see an associated contact with it. And in the related list, we can see that this is the contact got created with respect to this account, and this is the first name and last name is also there. And in the account name, we can see this the associated contact is also there for this contact. So this is how we can just simply create the platform event triggered flow. And that's all for today's demo. In the next session, I will talk about like how to subscribe this platform event using a trigger. So if we see in the platform event, there is a section for triggers as well. So we'll see how to subscribe these platform events using trigger. And in the next session, we'll talk about like how to use the EMP API in the LWC to subscribe the platform events in Lightning Web Components. So please stay tuned, and if you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. I'll be uploading more tutorials on Salesforce, Omni Studio, and Data Cloud topics. So please stay tuned.